By Alan McGuinness, political reporter. Senior members of Theresa May's government have backed her breakthrough deal in the Brexit talks, which includes paying more than £30 billion to Brussels. Criticism of the Prime Minister's deal among Labour's supporting MPs has been muted so far, although there have been hints of some discontent. After a night of frantic diplomacy, an agreement on the size of the so-called divorce bill was made this morning, along with guarantees on citizens' rights and the status of the Irish border post-Brexit. Key points of the deal analysis. Brexit fudge recipe might yet leave bad taste. Video Tusk clarity needed on future relations. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said he was now recommending EU leaders approve the negotiations moving on to the next phase, the future trading relationship and the terms of the transition, at a summit next week. Mrs May hailed it is a hard-won agreement in all our interests, and senior members of her top team have publicly backed her. Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson used Twitter to congratulate the PM, writing congratulations to PM for her determination in getting today's deal. We now aim to forge a deep and special partnership with our European friends and allies while remaining true to the referendum result, taking back control of our laws, money and borders. For the whole of the UK. Boris Johnson at Boris Johnson, December 8, 2017. Mr. Johnson had previously said the EU could go whistle if it asked for a hefty sum from Britain. Environment Secretary Michael Gove described it as a significant personal political achievement which will mean there is more money for the NHS. The breakthrough came after Mrs May and Brexit Secretary David Davis flew to Brussels to finalise the details of a joint document setting out proposals for the key divorce issues. Democratic Unionist Party leader Arlene Foster, who blocked a previous agreement on Monday, was brought on side in the early hours of Friday. Video Foster substantial changes to Brexit text. She said there had been substantial changes to text which mean there will be no red line down the Irish Sea and no special status for Northern Ireland. Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar said it was a significant day for Ireland, with Dublin achieving all that we set out to achieve in Phase 1 of these negotiations. The size of the Brexit bill is significantly lower than has been suggested in the past. Some estimates had put it at £50 billion or more. It will be paid over several years, and the exact figure will not be known for some time, although it is estimated at £35, £39 billion, €4,045 billion. While the breakthrough represents a victory for the PM, elements of the deal have caused disquiet. Video What happened to the Brexit red lines? A particular source of comment is a passage that covers what happens on the island of Ireland in the event no trade deal is agreed. It says that the UK will keep alignment with elements of the EU's single market and customs union which support the economy of the island of Ireland and the Good Friday Agreement, something proponents of a clean break from Brussels are unlikely to be happy with. Former Brexit Minister David Jones has warned this could hinder Britain's ability to sign free trade deals with other nations. The European Court of Justice will continue to have a role overseeing EU citizens' rights in the UK for 8 years after Brexit, something many Brexiteers view as anathema to taking back control. Downing Street said only 2 or 3 cases a year are expected to be referred to the ECA for interpretation, adding that the court would not have the power to call in cases. Image Theresa May and David Davis ironed out the deal with Jean-Claude Juncker and Michael Barnier. The divorce bill has long been a source of controversy, with some arguing Britain should not be handing over such a large sum of money. Mrs May said the settlement would be fair to the British taxpayer, but one senior Tory MP told Sky News there will be incredible concern from the public over the bill. They added it does make it much more difficult to make the case that we haven't got any money for public spending priorities at home. On the alignment issue, Mr Johnson appeared to try to placate potential concerns from the Conservative ranks. In response to a tweet from Chief Whip Julian Smith, which included a picture of him meeting Mrs May on Thursday, the Foreign Secretary said yes, great meeting with PM at Theresa_May found her totally determined that alignment means compatibility with taking back control of our money, laws and borders. Boris Johnson at Boris Johnson, December 8, 2017. UKIP leader Nigel Farage was scathing, describing the deal as a capitulation. The 17.4 meters did not vote for a large exit fee, the ECA continuing to have a say over our country, or a 2-year transition. This is not a deal, it's a capitulation. pic.twitter.com/9xi9ip, Nigel Farage @Nigel Farage. December 8, 2017. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn said the deal could have been done some time ago and called for more detail from Mrs May on the transition and what regulatory framework there will be in the future. This echoes earlier comments from European Council President Donald Tusk, who asked for more clarity from Britain on what the future trading relationship would look like. While being satisfied with today's agreement, which is obviously a personal success for Prime Minister Theresa May, let us remember that the most difficult challenge is still ahead, he said. Under Mr Tusk's proposals, there will be a transition of around 2 years after March 2019. The UK will be required to respect their law, including any legislation passed without Britain's involvement, observe budgetary commitments and the oversight of the ECA.